What's up? Pierce and I are going to do a little yoga for athletes flow. We're going to use a strap and a block, and if you don't have these at home, for a strap you can use a towel, you can use a belt, a scarf, something long, and for a block you can use books or even a stable water bottle. Basically, we're going to bring the ground closer to us and use the strap to bring our body closer to us in certain stretches. Our focus today is on shoulders and hips, so stretching out some joints that we use a lot in different sports and different activities, also major muscle groups, and then really getting into poses and focusing on alignment to build some stability within joints and muscles as well. You ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get started on our backs today. So lay all the way back, and then bend your knees and place your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Let your knees fall in toward each other. So they're holding each other up, one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and close your eyes. And for these first few moments, really just allow yourself to settle down into the ground. Notice how you're feeling. And begin to notice what your breath is like. Start to find a deeper, fuller breath in and out of your nose if that's comfortable for you. And notice how your hands rise and fall with each breath in and each breath out. Gently blink your eyes open. Stretch your arms over your head, extend your legs really long, find a big good morning stretch. And then walk your feet over to your right and your hands over to your right. So you're sort of taking a little banana or half moon shape on your back. And just a big side stretch. Pass through center, walk your feet all the way to the left corner of your mat. Let your hands reach up and over your head to the right. And same thing, big side stretch. And then draw yourself back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Place your hands on your kneecaps. Make circles in the sky. Give your low back a massage. And then some circles in the opposite direction. So just warm it up pretty slowly. Reach your arms out wide in a T. Place your palms to face down and let both knees fall gently to your right. You can turn your head to look left if that feels okay on your neck. A simple spinal twist to start. Still breathing fully and deeply. Come all the way through center. Let your knees fall to your left. You can turn your head to look to your right. And bring yourself back to center. Hands behind your knees. Gently rock forward and back on your spine 2 or 3 times from your tailbone to your shoulders, giving the length of your back a massage. And when you come up, find your boat pose. So float your feet, engage your core, lift your heart, relax your shoulders. Hands can stay behind your legs or arms can reach wide. Breathe here for 2. One more inhale. Exhale, release your feet down, bring your hands behind you. So fingers can either point toward you if your wrists are pretty good, or away if that feels better. Press down through your feet and your hands, lift your hips to a reverse table, and maybe let your head go slightly back. Breathe into the front of your arms, your shoulders. Try and lift your hips a little bit higher. Inhale. Awesome. Exhale, release, and find your way to a regular tabletop. You can cross your ankles, roll over your feet, or swing your legs behind you. Spread your fingertips really wide, stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, and then bring your knees together so they touch. Extend your right leg behind you. Imagine you're stamping your foot into the back wall. Take your left arm straight out in front. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, bring your elbow and knee together. Think of rounding through your spine. Inhale, extend, almost like a cow pose, a little arch. Exhale, elbow to knee, strong core takes you in. Awesome. 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2. Last one. Come back to extended inhale. Exhale, release your hand and your knee, and switch sides. Left leg back, right arm forward. First, find length and strength. Find your balance. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. 4 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome. 2. Last one. Inhale, extend, stretch even longer. Exhale, lower hand and knee down. And then find a neutral stance, so knees about hip distance apart. We'll take a couple rounds of cow and cat. As you inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, look up for cow pose. Exhale, press into your hands, tuck your chin, round for cat. And move like that 2 more times. Neutral spine, inhale. Stay for your exhale. Reach your right arm out and up to the sky. Roll your wrist a couple times. Big breath in. As you exhale, thread to your left. Let your right shoulder come down to your mat. Face down, left hand can stay. Stretch forward or even wrap behind your back. See if you can even out your hips again. They want to lean a little left, so bring them right above your knees. Imagine lengthening your spine as you breathe in and twisting a little bit deeper as you breathe out. Place your left hand next to your face, unwind, reach your right arm out and up, breathe in. Exhale, release your hand down, and switch sides. Left arm to the sky, roll your wrist, big inhale. Exhale, thread through to your right, drop your shoulder down, your face down. Right hand can stay, reach forward or wrap behind your back. And then even out your hips again, so lean them a little bit more left. Find your breath, create lots of length. And we'll gently unwind. Right hand by your face, press down to unthread, left arm out and up, breathe in. Exhale, release it down. Come to a high plank upper push-up, so walk your feet back. You can always keep your knees down for this. We'll take some gentle shifts forward and back. So come onto your toes and then press back through your heels. Just kind of building some strength. Elongating through your entire spine. Yes, you can move with your breath as it feels right. Find your neutral plank, take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Nice, 1 more, breathe in. Make some noise, let it out. And then pedal out your feet. Drop one heel, bend the other knee a lot, side to side. Just kind of feel how your legs are feeling in this first down dog. Really spread your fingers, press into your fingertips so the weight is not all in your wrists. And if you can, send more weight into your legs. Inhale, bend your knees a lot, look forward to your hands. Exhale, step or maybe one big hop up toward the top of your mat. Chest forward, hands to shins, breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Inhale, rise to standing, sweep your arms to the sky. Big inhale takes you up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach up to the sky, look up. Exhale, forward fold, navel to spine takes you down. Lift halfway up as you breathe in. Exhale, hands down, step your right foot back and gently lower your right knee down to your mat. So we'll grab our blocks here. You can move your strap to the side and have one block on either side of your foot, whatever height you want. We probably won't need them for this first move, but we will for the next. So hands can stay on blocks, come to your thigh or all the way up to the sky. And see if you can gently sink your hips a little bit forward. Yes. Notice if your left knee's moving past your toes. Nice adjustment, Pierce. Yeah, so you want ankles stacked below your knee. And as long as we're on our knee, it's not too much weight, but being careful that that left knee's not moving past your toes. And then try to draw your right hip forward, left hip back. So both hip bones are pointing forward and they're even with each other. Lift your belly button and really relax your shoulders. This is a nice stretch through the front of your right thigh and hip flexor muscles into your core. Find one more big breath in. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. So now we'll use our blocks. Toes a little bit forward with your left foot. Shift your weight back and step your blocks wherever they're helpful for you. They can come just below your shoulders on whatever height feels nice. Think of reaching your heart forward as you breathe in, and then sink yourself a little bit closer to your leg as you breathe out. So finding a stretch through the back of your left leg, lengthening your hamstrings, your calf, maybe even getting into your Achilles a little. And then feel free to stay right at center, or using your blocks, you can begin to walk your hands to your left, taking a little bit of a twist in this pose to get into the outside edge of your leg. Maybe moving into your IT band, that space between your hip and knee along the side of your thigh. Bring yourself back to center. Bend into your front knee. Feel free to adjust your ankles below your knee. You can use your block or right hand to the ground. You're going to plant your right palm, left arm to the sky for a twist. Try and slide your shoulders out of your ears, lengthen your spine, and continue to breathe for 2 full rounds of inhales and exhales. Release your hand down. We're going to use our blocks on the lowest setting. Step back to a high plank upper push-up with hands on blocks. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower just halfway, elbows hug your ribs. Slide your heart forward, come onto the tops of your feet, lift your thighs for up dog. Awesome, and then exhale, down dog with your hands on your blocks. Usually you're able to get a little bit more weight into your legs and less on your hands with your hands on blocks. And if you don't like it, you can always ditch the blocks. Take a breath in, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop toward your hands. Feel free to release hands from blocks, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold, let it all go. Rise to standing, sweep your arms to the sky. Big inhale takes you up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Really engage navel to spine to protect your low back as you lower down. Lift halfway up, hands to shins, chest forward, shoulders back. Awesome. Exhale, hands down. Step your left back and drop your left knee down toward your mat. So same option as before, hands to your blocks, to your thigh, or up to the sky. Try and even out your hip bones and then sink your hips a little closer to your front heel. Beautiful. Making any adjustments you need to with your front foot. A lot of times with arms up, our shoulders want to reach up, so see if you can keep your shoulders down. Sometimes it helps to roll your pinky fingers in. Find your strong, steady breath once again. One more breath in. You got it. Exhale, release your hands down. Find your blocks. Crawl your right toes a little bit forward and shift your weight back for a half splits or a stretch through the back of your leg. Chest reaches forward as you inhale, and then allow yourself to sink forward to any degree as you exhale. Continue to use your breath. Inhales create space, and exhales get you a little bit deeper. Never forcing. And then you're welcome to stay here, or if you took it on the other side, begin to walk your hands toward your right over your leg. Blocks are helpful for this. Yep, find a little twist and a little bit of a stretch through the outside of your leg. Maybe the stretch just feels different in the back of your leg too by changing the arm variation. Unwind, come back to center. Bend into your front knee. Plant your left palm either on the ground or on your block at the lowest setting. Right arm to the sky for your twist. Shoulders out of your ears. Think of rotating through the middle of your back. So right where your ribs are, that least flexible part, your thoracic spine, is where we want to focus the twist. So less in your neck and less in your low back. And slowly release your hand down. Hands to blocks again. Tuck your back toes. Lift your knees. Step back to a high plank upper push-up. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, just halfway down. Slide your heart forward, come onto the tops of your feet, up dog, shoulders back. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Feel free to adjust, pedal out. Take a big breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to your hands. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold, relax everything down. Rise to standing sweep, your arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Chair pose, so feet can be together, big toes touching or a little space between your heels. Take a little peek down when you sit into your chair. Make sure you can see your toes so more weight is in your heels. Lift your belly button. That'll protect your low back and create core engagement. And then relax your shoulders. So if you need to, arms can always reach forward. Kind of plug your shoulders into their sockets. Find your breath. Even when things start to burn or get a little uncomfortable, make it strong and steady. You look awesome. We'll take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Hands to shins, inhale, lengthen. You can use your blocks or hands to the ground. Step your right foot back. I'm just going to set up for a crescent lunge, so we won't be down for too long. Feet can be wider or about as wide as hip distance, so you're not walking on a tightrope. Think of a strong right leg, right hip forward, left hip back, and then reach your arms to the sky. Yes, so good. So always knee over ankle, not going past. Both hip bones facing forward in this pose. Relax your shoulders. It's sort of like a lunge or a variation on a lunge. So find that stability and strength and breathe through it. One more inhale. Exhale to warrior two, right heel pivots flat, open up your arms. And notice your feet if you need to adjust, feel free. Front heel is in line with your back heel or arch. Back toes point a little bit forward, but there's still weight in the outside edge of your back foot. Yeah, you can see your front big toe. And then reach long through your fingertips, relax your shoulders. Notice if you're holding on to tension, sometimes it's in our faces, if you can relax. Yeah, feel free to move in and out. This works a lot of quads. See if you can turn on your glutes by pressing into your heel, activate more the back side of your leg. And then straighten out your left leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your left toes in, so all toes face the long edge of your mat. Lift your heart, take an inhale. Exhale, hinge forward with a flat back. And then relax your hands to the ground. Lift halfway up, lengthen, long spine. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. And you can hold on to opposite elbows and kind of take a wide-legged ragdoll. Sway a little side to side or bend one knee and then the other. Feel free to play, find what feels comfortable or feels like a nice stretch for you. And we'll take 2 more full breaths in this pose. Prasarita, wide leg forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips and rise on an inhale with a flat back. So think of arcing all the way up. Awesome. Turn your left toes forward to the short edge of your mat and feel free to adjust your stance. I like my right foot in a little bit more. We're taking triangle. I know that I like a block for this, so if you want to set up your block on the tallest setting in front of your foot or shin, feel free. Yeah, arms out wide. Stretch as far forward as you can, breathe in, and then as you exhale, left hand down, right arm to the sky. Nice. Imagine there's a wall behind you, lean back. Beautiful. And then engage your thighs. So think of lifting your kneecaps so your quadriceps are strong and engaged so that you can find more of a stretch through your hamstrings. And then a slight tuck under with your left hip. Yeah, and roll your right hip open. Awesome. Relax your shoulders out of your ears. Nice. 2 more full breaths. Strong legs, strong core. Rise all the way back up to standing. Bend into your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm to the sky. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Feel free to slide your blocks out of the way. Find your way to downward facing dog. You can always move through that vinyasa like Pierce, Chaturanga, up dog, or simply lift your hips, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. 1 more big breath in. Let go of something. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to your hands. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold, release it all down. Rise to standing, arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Back to chair pose. So nice and strong. Press into your heels, make sure you can see your toes, lift your belly button, relax your shoulders. 2 full breaths. Take just an inhale, forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, they can come to the ground or to your blocks. Left foot steps back. We're gonna set up for crescent lunge. So feet can be a little bit wider than you normally would put them. So you've got some stability to reach your arms to the sky. And then notice your back heel is really lifted. Try and drive your left hip forward, right hip back. Lift your belly button, relax your shoulders. Find your breath once again. Take 1 more inhale. Open to warrior 2 as you exhale, left heel pivots down, arms stretch forward and back. So think about opening up through your hips and your legs. Notice what's happening with your feet, your knees not collapsing in or too far out. Stretch long through your fingertips. And if you're starting to feel the front or top of your thigh, you can always bend and straighten that front leg a few times to kind of settle in. Straighten your right leg, hands to hips, inhale. Exhale, turn your right toes in, so all 10 toes face the long edge of your mat. Feet are parallel or maybe slightly turned inward. This time, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers if you can. If not, you can kind of reach fists together. Open up your chest, take a breath in. As you exhale, dive forward and peel your arms off your back just as far as they'll comfortably go. And remember, we have the strap, so you can always bring your hands to a strap if they don't want to connect together. And if this feels good, stay. If you'd rather release your hands toward the ground, you can gently release your hands down without slingshotting out. Take your hands to your low back and then to your hips. Rise with a flat back, inhale all the way up. Exhale, turn your right toes forward, and we'll set up for triangle again. So if you know you need your block, place it in that spot. Feel free to shorten your stance. Arms out long. Stretch as far forward as you can, and then exhale, right hand down, left arm up. And if your butt sticks out a lot, see if you can kind of tuck it under. You're almost like a bagel in a toaster. You don't want to get burnt. Left arm up. Imagine lengthening the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. So your spine and side body stays really long. And maybe you can get lighter on your bottom hand. I tend to dump a lot there. Strong legs, strong core, rise up. Bend into your front knee. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down and find your way to down dog. Feel free to scoot your blocks out of the way. And then gently lower your knees down. Take a child's pose. Knees can be wide or together. Big toes touch. Relax your forehead down. Close your eyes and let everything reset. This is a good chance to rest, to come back to that strong, steady breath. Lift to tabletop, hands and knees. Lower your forearms down and either spread your fingertips wide, palms down, or bring your hands together. So ideally we want elbows below shoulders. If you find that you're going wide, you can bring your hands to your elbows, kind of measure that distance, and then reset so your arms are like an 11. Nice. And then walk your feet back so you're in a plank on your forearms. Scoop your tailbone under slightly so hips are in line with your shoulders. Yes. And then ideally we're going to keep hands and feet in the same spot. We're going to move through our shoulders a little bit. As you inhale, lift your hips, look back toward your feet like a dolphin. Exhale, lower your hips toward your forearm plank. So just moving between those two poses. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's do 3 more. In and out. 2. Last one. Hold your forearm plank, strong core, steady breath. Lower your knees down, let your hips come down. Find Sphinx pose, forearms stay parallel. And imagine reaching your heart forward and pulling your hands back, shoulders out of your ears. Yeah, beautiful. If you want a little bit more and your low back is pretty healthy, you can press into your hands and lift your elbows. If that feels too crunchy, just lower back down. And slowly release your forehead to your mat, hands by your sides. Press to tabletop, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop toward your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, release it all down. Rise to standing, sweep your arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. We'll take eagle arms, so arms can reach out wide, and then you're going to swing your right arm below your left. Either hug your shoulders or connect your hands. And wherever you are, you take that version, I'll take this one. Lift your elbows, inhale. As you exhale, think of chair legs. Bend your knees, round your elbows into your belly, and tuck your chin into your chest. Find a little stretch through your upper back. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale to stand tall. Lift your elbows. Exhale, bend your knees, strong core, round yourself forward, almost like a standing crunch. 1 more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keep your arms as they are. Inhale, stand up. And then lift your right knee up. Find balance on your left foot. Strong core, steady eyes will help. Take an inhale. Keep your arms the same. Warrior 3, send your foot back and your chest forward. So you're most reaching forward through your hands if they're connected, or the crown of your head if you're holding onto your shoulders. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release your hands toward the ground, unwind, standing splits. Feel free to bend your left knee or grab your blocks to bring the ground a little closer. Let go of your head and neck, and just feel the stretch through the back of your left leg. 1 more inhale. Exhale, release right foot down next to your left. Halfway lift, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fold, let it all go. Rise to standing, sweep your arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Arms out wide, inhale. Left arm below your right. Either connect your hands or find your shoulders. Drop your shoulders out of your ears, lift your elbows, breathe in, little back bend. Exhale, chair legs, elbows into your belly, round forward. 2 more like that. Inhale to stand and lift. Exhale, round. Feel that stretch through your upper back. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Keep your arms, stand up. Take your left knee up to like a one-legged Tadasana. Find your balance. Find your breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, send your foot back, chest forward for your warrior 3. And it's totally okay if you fall. Imagine reaching back with your foot forward through your hands or the crown of your head. One more breath in. Release your hands, standing splits as you exhale, hands to the ground or to your blocks. Feel free to bend your right knee as much as you need. Let your head and neck relax. And find a stretch through the back of your right leg. Slowly release left foot down next to your right. Lift halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold, let it go. Find your strap, hopefully it's somewhere close by. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Soften your knees, let your head and neck be really heavy. And roll up to standing, take the strap with you so your head is the very last thing to come up. Awesome, we're gonna open the strap. And we're all gonna be different. My strap, I think, is 6 feet. Yours might be a little bit shorter. Basically, you're gonna hold the strap wide in your hands, and the idea is that your arms stay straight. A little bend in your knees is nice. So if it's hard to keep your arms straight, hold wider. If it seems too easy and you don't feel like you're getting a stretch, hold your arms a little closer together. So as you inhale, reach your arms to the sky, and as you exhale, take them all the way down to your butt. Yeah, you find a stretch there? So we're flossing through our shoulders. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And it's going to be easy or hard depending on what's happening in your shoulder socket. This is a pretty flexible joint. You don't want to lose stability, but it's also nice to have some flexibility. And we'll just move forward and back a few more times. If there's a spot that feels really tight, or like you want to hold it, for me it's right here, you can stay there, you can close your eyes and breathe into it. If you like to move, continue to move forward and back, up and down. So good. And the next time your arms are over your head, take a little stretch to one side, let your hips lean to the other, and then switch it out. And then back up. Any other movements you like? I like to do a little figure 8. Just watch if there's a buckle in your strap. It doesn't smack you in the face. Yep, or the back of the head. Sweet. And then you can bring the strap to one hand. Doesn't matter how you do it. I kind of like to bring it together for some reason. You're going to reach that hand up to the sky, and then bend your elbow with your other hand. Find the bottom of your strap. Yeah, I'm going to turn just so the camera can see. And we're working on a cow face arm, so eventually walk your hands closer together to find a stretch through your tricep. Maybe fingers connect, maybe not. The top elbow, see if you can point it to the sky, and then lean back a little bit with your head into your arm. Nice. Does that feel okay? Cool. And slowly release. You can walk your hands out. Switch hands so the strap's in the other hand. However you want to hold on to it. That arm reaches up, bend your elbow, and the other hand comes down to your back. You may be pretty far away. You may be able to walk your hands a little closer together. See if you can point the top elbow up to the sky and then lean your head back to find a little bit more of a stretch. Beautiful. And slowly release your hands. We'll take a little balance pose with the strap. So both sides of the strap in your right hand, or strap in your right hand with a little loop. Yep. And you're going to tuck your right foot into the loop, so if you can, bring the loop to the top of your foot. Left arm can come up to the sky. So this is already enough balance and maybe enough coordination. If you want to go a little further, bend your elbow out to the side and then up to the sky. So as you kick your foot back, your left hand can come toward your strap as well. And it's a supported dancer's pose with the strap. But everything is optional as long as you're breathing. Find the version that works for you. Nice, and release it out. And then switch sides. So strap to your left hand. Your left foot can find the strap, top of your foot, right arm to the sky. And this may be plenty. Steady eyes and breath helps with balance. If you want to go a little further, you can take your elbow out and up. Knee points down. And then maybe kick back to lift through the strap, your foot a little higher. And slowly release that. Ditch your strap, maybe leave it somewhere in the middle of your mat off to the side. We'll use it later. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Hands pass through heart center. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, heel toe your feet out wide, almost as wide as your mat. Heels and toes slightly out, and then sit low into a squat. And this may be as low as you go. You might be able to go almost all the way down. Bring your feet out wide as you need to get your heels toward the ground. They may or may not touch, yes. And then know that you can always sit on one or both blocks. So that provides a little bit of support. Yeah, ours are not super stable, so hopefully yours at home are. Hands to your heart. Use your elbows to press into your knees, and then press your knees back into your elbows. So this is a really nice stretch for your low back, which you said was pretty tight. Yeah, some hips and groin. Right around your sacrum in that whole area. Think of lengthening your crown of your head up and your tailbone down. So your spine is still really long here. Collarbones are broad. Find one more breath in. Exhale, release. We're going to take it to a seat. You're always welcome to stay on your blocks, but you probably won't want them for this one, depending on how your hips feel. Feet together, knees out wide. Sit up tall, lift your heart, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, hinge forward with a flat back. As far as you can go, then let your head and neck relax forward. And if it feels nice, elbows can press into your legs. Yeah, to take them a little closer to the ground, or you can walk your hands in front and just let everything go down to the ground. Walk yourself back up, lift your chest, draw your knees in, place your feet on the ground, arms out in front, roll down slowly with control all the way toward the ground. Bring your hands by your sides and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So option 1 is to stay just like this. Option 2 is to draw everything into your chest. Right hand can reach between your legs, left around to hold on to your hamstrings or your shin and hug everything in for a little bit of a deeper stretch. It's going to get into your glute, your piriformis, a deep muscle within your glutes, a little bit of your hip and your rotator muscles there. Maybe even feel it in your low back. If your foot is lifted, release your foot back down. We're going to twist to the left, so right foot is going to come toward the ground, to your left. Think of pressing your knee away from your body. Arms can be wherever they go comfortably. And then we're going to twist this all the way to the other side. So pass through center, keep your ankle crossed, and take it all the way to your right to get a little stretch to the front of your left hip and thigh. Just a little different way to get in there. Awesome. Bring it back to center. Uncross your ankle, switch sides. Left ankle on top of your right thigh. Same thing, feel free to stay here, active through your feet, one foot on the ground, or draw everything into your chest for a little bit more. Release your foot down if it's lifted. Take both knees to your right. So the sole of your left foot comes toward the ground. Think of pressing your knee sort of away from your body without forcing too much. And then take it all the way in the opposite direction. Knees move to your left. And back to center, release your ankle. Grab your strap, wrap it around the sole of your right foot, and reach your right foot to the sky. You can extend your left leg long or keep your foot on the ground, knee to the sky, whatever feels best. And just find some little movement. It could be ankle rolls, it could be pointing and flexing your toes, or drawing some circles with your foot on the ceiling. Feel free to draw your leg in a little bit closer, and you can always bend your knee if that feels better on your hamstrings or on your low back. Bring both sides of the strap to your right hand. If your left knee is bent, extend your left leg out long to your mat, and then open your leg out to the right. So I like my elbow on the ground for some support. You don't have to go very far. Left hand can press down onto your left hip so it doesn't lift off the ground, or you can extend your left arm out long. And then gently switch sides, switch arms, left hand to your strap. Let your leg come across your body. It's okay if your hip lifts off the ground on this side. See if you can melt your shoulder down, maybe extend your right arm and look right. And then back to center. Place your left foot inside the strap with your right foot. Release your right foot down, either foot to the ground or leg extended. And find some little movements. Roll your ankle, point flex, draw some circles. Gently bring your leg a little bit closer. Straight leg or bent knee, both are good. Extend your right leg if your knee is bent and foot on the floor. Strap to your left hand, open your left leg and arm out to the side as far as your body allows without too much tension. You can still breathe into the stretch. Right hand can come to your hip or out wide. And then take it all the way across. Switch arms. Strap to your right hand. Extend your left arm. Maybe look left if that feels good on your neck. And bring yourself back to center. Let the strap come off your foot. You can leave it to the side. Extend your legs. Reach your arms over your head. Take a really big breath in. Stretch as long as you can. Exhale, stick out your tongue. One more time. Breathe in, stretch. And exhale, stick out your tongue. And then notice what else your body's asking for. So if there's any last poses that you like, another twist, a back bend, or happy baby, feel free to find those or that pose. Yeah, anything goes. And when you do feel complete and ready, you can take your Shavasana, I like to bring blocks underneath my thighs or knees to provide a little bit of a release for my low back. So that might be something you try too, especially if your hamstrings or low back are tight. Any height is great. Let your shoulders melt down your back a little bit more, maybe snuggle them down. Palms can face up, or if you liked one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart like we started, feel free to go back there. Close your eyes. And really give yourself permission to just be here, present and still. Notice what thoughts come up, what sensations arise. And without judgment or attachment, let yourself observe and then let it go. And you're always welcome to stay here a little bit longer. If you are ready to move again, start with your breath, make it deep once more. And then create small wiggles or stretches through your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. You can reach your arms over your head, get long once more. And then turn to one side, doesn't matter which. Find a fetal position. Maybe support your head on your arm. And with your eyes closed, press up to any comfortable seat. That could be on your block. When you're there, take a moment to sit up taller. Notice how you feel. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. See if you can carry this sense of peace and presence with you as you go about the rest of your day and into your week. We'll lift thumbs between our eyebrows, feeling that connection, body, mind, and spirit, and gently bow our heads. Namaste. All right. Feel okay? Awesome. Thank you.